and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I want you to know that I'm a Marine. While everybody might find an excuse not to go to work in inclement weather, I find a way to go to work. I also have a four-wheel drive pickup truck. But I want to let you know many members of my team made it into work. Wesley Deters, Josh Wentz here at the studio. I want to give shout-outs to Joe Rudder, Loretta Little, Sarah York, and Desiree Hammond, who also made it into work. Everybody else was wimps. I also want to begin by bragging about, we're going to put it up on the screen, two things clothing-wise today. First and foremost, and I couldn't wear it because it wouldn't show up because of the green screen. But I want to show you, because I wore it today, my Harlan County High School Green Dragons hat. I've had this for 30 years. It is my good luck hat. I wore it playing flag football. I mean, I still have it 30 freaking years later. When I'm governor of Kentucky, it might end up in the Smithsonian. You never know. The other thing I'm wearing for the first time is Wesley Deters. What's the name of your husband's company?
Deters Inc.
Deters Inc. Got me some swag. Deters for governor. When will we soon be able to give these to our supporters and they can buy them and all that? Coming soon, I assume?
Within the next 4 weeks.
Within the next 4 weeks, you'll be able to buy all the Deters for governor sweatshirts, T-shirts, hats, and everything else. But anyway, I just wanted to share those things with you. Now, we're going to have an abbreviated topic show today, but it's going to be just as good. Number one, Gallup Gloom. There was a Gallup poll that shows that Americans are gloomy about Joe Biden. Imagine that. 1 year. It hasn't, 1 year. 1 year. Just finished his first year. And it's not looking good. Number two, U.S. jobs report. They thought they'd, make some progress. 300,000 lost. Not good, Joe Biden. Gas prices are at a 7-year high. When was the other 7 years ago? Yes! Barack Obama and Joe Biden were president. 7-year high. So, I just want to take those things in context. Those are just today's news. If you watch this show, and by the way, thank you, we're back on YouTube today. But if you watch this show, every single day we just hit you with the smorgasbord of corruption, ineptitude, so forth and so. It just never ends. But somebody said, is Joe Biden the worst president? I saw the news article. Is Joe Biden the worst president? Folks, in 1 year, he may have accomplished that. Now, I am an American historian, self-acclaimed, but I can back it up. I think I can still name all the presidents in order. I'll do that one day. I think I did it once already. But I want you to know that I get so angry when they come out with these lists of worst presidents. And what they'll do is they'll throw in those obscure names, people like Warren Harding, Millard Fillmore. They'll say Grant had a corrupt cabinet. All these things. And you know what? None of those amount to a hill of beans at all to what's happened under Bush 43, who blew up the world in the Middle East and let our economy crash 2008, 2009 in a big way. George Bush and 9/11 happened on his watch. So, and what that did in a ripple effect. George Bush 43, when he completed office, I said, worst president in U.S. history, and it's not even close. Number two, he passed him up, Barack Obama. Why did he pass him up? Not only did Barack Obama continue the ineptitude, he wanted to bring the United States down to size, created racism, destroyed the whole healthcare industry with Obamacare. And where we are today as a country, in a bad way, is directly associated to Barack Obama, the great destroyer, the great apologist, the guy who went on the great apology tour to foreign countries, who was anti-colonial, who was raised as a Marxist communist. Barack Obama. We get 8 years of 43, 8 years of Barack Obama. Then we have this wonderful interlude of Donald John Trump. And what happens to those 4 years? Best economy ever rocking. He gets North Korea in shape. Russia's not messing with us. Taking on China, dealing with the trade imbalance, America first, roaring economy for every possible segment, description, you name it. From Hispanics to blacks to women, I mean, everything's rolling along. And he's doing this all while being trying to take out by the American Communist 10. The Russian hoax, special prosecutions, impeachments, all a bunch of bullshit. And Trump still 4-year interlude of that. And then we're back to Joe Biden. And look at this guy. Complete fraud, complete liar. I mean, he's a complete liar. I'm going to bring the country together again. America's going to be back. All those platitudes, bullshit that came out of his mouth during the campaign. This guy is a political gangster. I mean, we have a guy on video admitting he's telling Ukraine, you fire that prosecutor or you aren't getting this money, and they did it in 48 hours. Bragging about what he did in his quid pro quo. And nothing happens to him. Everything relative to Hunter, China, what he's done on the border, what he's done with racism, crime in these cities, how he's mishandled COVID. The world, Russia, ready to go into Ukraine. North Korea, let's do some more bombs. China, aggressive as ever. I mean, a complete cluster mess. And where it ends in the next 3 freaking years, God only knows. 3 more years of this. I mean, I feel like using my Bill Murray voice. 3 more years of this? I mean, it's crazy. So, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, Joe Biden might be the worst president in history. But right now we have a trilogy of bad. We have a triumvirate of bad. And those names on the great Mount Rushmore of incompetence are George Bush, 43, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden. And my God, we've got 8, 16, 20 years of contiguous incompetence with 1 4-year interval in the middle of it. It's scary as hell. You know, the only other guy that you could say you could put up there with those 3 from an historical perspective for me is you could say Buchanan, because he didn't do squat to head off the Civil War, but the Civil War was the last battle of the American Revolution, to quote John Quincy Adams. So you know what? The Civil War, it did what it did, and we needed to have that sin erased. So I start thinking to myself, well, who else? You know, who else was so freaking incompetent? How did they hurt our country? And I'm thinking, Nixon, everybody saw, Nixon opened the doors of China. Well, maybe that wasn't all that freaking a good move. And then you have how he took us off the gold standard. You know, the Watergate, how Watergate destroyed. So Nixon, he might be up there. You could also maybe go with LBJ just from the standpoint of the creation of the social programs that we have that are now a millstone around our neck. So, I mean, that's just the way I feel. But I know this for certain. We got 3, 43, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden. We elected I called George Bush 43 the frat boy president. He was like a frat boy, you know. Cocaine, drinking, Yale frat boy. I'm frat boy. You know how Bush 43, his daddy was president. They give him the general managership and some stock in the Texas Rangers, and then he cashed out, made like 10 mil. Then he become, I become governor now. Frat boy. And then, after frat boy, Barack Obama, my God. I always said, how do we elect a president whose middle name is Hussein? I mean, it's just practical, just pure politically speaking. We elected a guy, the middle name Hussein. And now we got Joe, a demented, old, suffering from Parkinson, Alzheimer's, whatever, no energy, fall asleep, sniffing. I mean, just a complete clown. A complete clown. And he's our president of the United States. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I hope you stay safe in the ice storm. Stay home unless you got to go out. And if you do, I hope you have a 4-wheel drive. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope you have a great day.